Hello and welcome to our live stream of the Futsal semi-final of the Men's Northern Conference Cup game between MMU and Durham University. My name's Vikram and we are thrilled to bring you live action of this highly anticipated encounter. For those of you who may be new to futsal, it's a variant of football played indoors in a smaller court. The game is known to bring out more technical quality and flair as well as emphasis on positional discipline. Today's match features two informed teams, MMU coming to this unbeaten in their last five, having recently seen off Edgehill. Meanwhile, today's visitors Durham are currently unbeaten this season, having recently thrashed Sunderland 7-1 and sitting comfortably at the top of the league. Expect two high-quality teams battle it out in what is expected to be an end-to-end game for a place in the final. And for now, I'll pass you over to our expert commentary team, Ed Tucker and Benji Glab.
Thank you for that, Vikram. Benji, I know we've both been really looking forward to covering this game today, but what we tell people watching at home to expect?
Yeah, I mean, this game you're expecting a big performance on both sides. First of all, it's a semi-final. We know how important it is for both teams to win this game. It's win or die today, and it's most important for MMU because they've had such an important run, and we've covered it here at Matchday Live. We've covered it since the round of 16, and we've seen how important and impressive they've been. So we're really looking forward to this and expect some good goals, some good performances from both sides.
Yeah, it should be interesting. This should, with MMU so far in this tournament, I think we've covered 3 games so far, and they've been the better team by a good distance in all of those games. I think they scored over 10 goals every single game, and I think most they conceded was 5. But today should be a much more evenly balanced match, I'm sure. So I'm excited to see that. And I think we've got 2 minutes here till the kick-off, so I might just run through the team. So I'll give you the Durham team quickly. In goal is Saab Petka, and then number 6 is Elliot Brown. He's the captain, but there is 2 number 6 on the Durham team, so he's wearing black socks, Elliot Brown, and number 6, Luke Cullen, is wearing white socks. And then we've got number 5, Ben Crew, and number 2, Manu Berady, who is Durham's top scorer so far. Benji, just want to give you the MMU team, please?
Yeah, so the MMU team is slightly different than what we used to seeing. So we've got James Kay in net, which is to be expected. In the outfield, we've got Kieran Williams, Scott Froggatt, Ching Wei, and Jamie Villarreal. Ching Wei's actually made his first start in a few games here. That might be due to the absence of Jake Barnes, who currently is actually training with the Manchester Futsal team today. So it's a really big miss for MMU.
Yeah, Jake Barnes is a serious miss for MMU. Got a hat-trick in the last game in the quarters, and I think he scored at almost every game so far we've seen, so he definitely will be a big miss. And I think we've got Marcus Evdokimov. Sorry, guys, I was practiced that beforehand, but bottled it that time. On the subs bench instead, replacing him. And also, this is the first time we've seen a team come here with a full 5 on the bench as well, which I think will make a big difference. We've seen MMU really be able to take the game under control late on with more subs than any team visiting have had. But this Durham team are a very serious team. They've got themselves a full team on the bench as well, so energy levels will be high throughout. Should be very competitive, and I just can't wait for kickoff.
Yeah, I mean, we always emphasise this every single futsal game. The bench is so important. I mean, UA92, Sheffield and Leeds Beckett, they all brought maybe 1 or 2 subs, 2 or 3. Now we're seeing a full other team on the bench, which is, this might actually show to be the most important factor in this game.
And there's the kickoff as well. MMU with the ball to start with. There's Kieran Williams. Early doors, back to Chingwei, back to Kieran Williams. Yeah, we've seen MMU be really dominant on the ball as well. I think every game, we don't have the exact possession stats, but they've definitely been having at least 55–60% of possession through most of the games you've seen. But this Durham team, obviously top of their league, flying at the moment, won every game so far this season, and it could be way more difficult for MMU this game than the ones they've played so far. They've got a loose pass there as well, early doors by Jamie Villarreal, gives Durham the first ball of the game.
Yeah, just a slight notice today that the referee is John Bruffel. For this game, for this semi-final performance from both teams. We'll see if he makes any yellow cards like the previous game we had here at Matchday Live.
Yeah, 7 yellow cards in that last game. That is a different ref today. That game got a little bit manic, didn't it? I think we saw 5 penalties as well from 10-yard penalties. These are in futsal. But yeah, so we'll see what the officiating's like today. There was a few questionable calls in that game as well. People were getting quite leery at him. We'll see how John Bruffel does. even at the moment, though. Both teams just trying to pass it around, work in space, but both teams also doing well to close them down and not let runners get through. Kieran Williams, the kick in here. Ref's making a point of
step back.
Distance, yeah. It's not something we've actually seen, I don't think, from the ref really making that call, so.
No, I'm not sure actually, but
She made it really well there actually to keep that ball for a second, but couldn't keep control of it completely. Back to James Kay. There's the captain, Scott Frogger.
Yeah, he really knows how to control the team, Scott Frogger.
Durham got a good chance over the draws, had a little bit of a missed pass, just not read there by Manu Berardi coming in on the other side. He is a Durham top scorer, so MMU definitely need to keep an eye on him today. It was tough not to tell the boys to keep an eye on him after getting the load down from the Durham team, but you can't give anyone an advantage. There's Kieran Williams getting bits out wide, James Villarreal, can he get it across? A little roll back there, but couldn't keep it under control, unfortunately. Sol Pepper in goal for Durham, just getting the ball. That's something we've not seen from many teams either, is the fly keeper. We've seen MMU attempt it every game, but a lot of the other teams have generally avoided it. So it should be interesting to see if Durham and MMU both try the fly keeper today, see who comes out on top in that battle, who uses it most effectively.
Yeah, I think we've seen MMU use it a lot. We speak to the manager and the players a lot, and they let us know that fly keeper is one thing that they want to really improve. They want to go up there within their skill set. And it is proven to be a very important skill to have.
Yeah, James Kay in goal for MMU has proved as well he is quite good with his feet. He can pass the ball around, he can actually run with the ball as well. So yeah, getting him into the game sometimes can make a big difference. I think early doors, I don't think we'll see it early doors here. I think it'll probably be safe for second half, or if they get themselves a bit of clearance, a few goals, or if they're behind late on, because this is a big game, that semi-final. Definitely want to get to that final. Prove that they deserve their cup run so far. They have done very well, MMU.
Oh, it's lovely dribbling there from the Durham player. I believe that was Manu Berardi. Kieran Williams there having a little disagreement with the referee.
We now can see James Kay get on the ball a little bit.
Chingwei.
Yeah, I always remember that Chingwei goal in the first round of this cup tournament from that free kick where he banged it from distance. Top corner, he had the little VAR replay after to make sure it gone over the line. Durham are getting in some good positions here. They are testing MMU. Something you would have to say about MMU for however good they have been throughout this cup tournament. Early in both halves has probably been their weakest. We have seen them concede the first goal a couple of times, even when they've come back to win the game by a lot. So they can't risk that today. I think that's maybe why they've been a little bit more subdued than we've seen. Not trying to press forward quite so much, making sure that at least one, if not two players are back at all times. Kieran Williams just getting screened out by two players, but he does well to get back in.
Does well back.
Physical game at the moment as well. Scott Frogger has got away with a little one there, a little bit of a miss pass. But Chingwei well blocked over the top for a corner. I believe that was Elliot Brown who took the shot on there, the Durham captain.
Always let it go for a really long shot, just off target again.
Scott Frogger there, I think feeling a little bit of pressure, didn't quite know where the goal was, didn't need to take a touch there, gives away another corner. They've gone for the same again, but he has passed it closer. He hasn't done much better that time though, clearing it from danger, getting MMU the ball again from a kick-in. It's really tough to predict this. I was looking at the goals and their records in their leagues and cup tournaments so far, and MMU have scored more goals than Durham have. MMU have scored 85, Durham have only scored 71 across their league and cups, but Durham have only conceded 26, where MMU have conceded 45. So it's kind of a battle today of attack beat defence. I'm sure that's how MMU will be viewing it, and they'll be hoping to add a few to the Durham conceded tally, I'm sure.
Here is Durham trying to create something. A lovely flick over the top, but great defence there from Jamie Villarreal.
And Mark Osofua has been subbed on early here. I think Kieran Williams has come on.
Yeah.
I also think that Marcus subbed on there as well.
Oh, side netting.
Very close, yeah.
Really close. But I do believe that James Kay.
Sam Cook, in fact, is who is on the ball right now for
yeah, I think it's Chingwei and
Kieran Williams.
to take him to the bench. Ollie Baker's also on the field now. So we made 3 substitutions actually, and Scott Froggatt's the only one that is from the starting 5 that's still there. A lovely chip over the top. He's gone for a volley this time, but unfortunately
Ollie Baker went for the hope for a little bit.
yeah.
Was a nice little pass over from Marcos Afua, but I think maybe a little bit too close to the goal to get a clean shot off there.
Durham have now made 3 changes. I believe Kieran Sear has come onto the court, Ollie Wilkes, and I'm not sure on the other one.
Yeah, I know that they've taken Manny Berardi off, who was their top scorer, so we'll see how that pays off for them. That's Adi Anaroka there, number 3. The white socks and the black human trainers on. Here from MMU though, Marcos Afua was in a good space, he's got past the keeper, can he get the ball across? Is he taking too long? Could be a foul there, I think it could be a penalty. It does look like he's in that area. It might be a kind of indirect free kick here, or free kick.
The penalty didn't get called there, unfortunately. He's just outside of the area.
I thought he was just in, but ref decision. Looks like he's joining the wall as well.
See if Ollie Baker actually goes for the shot here. I'm not sure because Marcos Afua is in a great position.
We have seen him go for shots in these kind of angles.
Oh, he has just off target.
Went for that bottom corner, but just hooked it too much. I'm sure MMU won't want to see that chance get wasted. It was a good one for them. Big attempted long shot that Scott Froggatt just ate up in the body.
The legs.
What a turn. And Ollie
Great
Baker,
defense.
what a bit of defending that was. Incredible for the lad. It was about to trickle over the line, unstoppable, and he's just managed to hook it perfectly to James Kay. They've got away with one a little bit there, but really well played by Ollie Baker on defence.
There's really good coverage there. I think it nearly came from a nice bit of play and skill there from the Durham defence. Managed to take it all the way from their half into MMU's box.
Yeah, we spoke to Dan before the game, and they did say they have 2 defensive systems, and they didn't give us much more detail about what they are, but they're definitely doing a bit of a 2-man press here at the moment. You've just seen there, I think it was Scott Froggatt just got absolutely shut down by 2 people, but did just roll back to James Kay, fortunately for MMU. And we do have a corner here as well. That's Kieran Sear taking it over there to Durham. We'll try to roll it back again, but it has been red this time. Not quite got away with it, but now
There's Ollie Baker.
Marcos Afua is an option, and it is 1-0. Marcos Afua come on from the bench, and he's made the biggest impact so far in this game. 7 minutes in, 13 minutes left of the half, and that is 1-0 to MMU. They'll definitely be happy with that. This has been a tight game so far, and I think that team getting that first goal breeds some serious confidence.
Yeah, he's definitely been asking and begging for that goal right there. He's been creating chances, he's been taking shots on, getting into great positions, and he's finally got his time worth. He's got his goal. MMU once again taking the lead like we've seen them do in quite the previous games, where they start off a bit slow, but then it takes about 5-6 minutes to get the goal, and then the goals keep piling on.
Well, we've seen with Durham there that they pressed forward and they had actually got in a really dangerous position, but unfortunately MMU just took it away really well in the counter-attack. Ollie Baker there, and yeah, Marcos Afua just linking up so well. Made it almost impossible for Saad Petka in the Durham goal.
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell how evenly matched these 2 teams are because we are 7 minutes into this game and it's only 1-0. I think in all the other games we've seen at least 3 or 4 goals by now. Can MMU now just get into their stride, as we've seen? Oh, really nice play.
Again.
Oh, what a save. What a bit of play that was. I think every single MMU outfield player got a pass on that. But Durham in a dangerous position, the counter-attack here.
And they get the goal.
And that is 1-all. Number 5.
Ben 3. Oh no, I do apologise.
Ollie Wilkes. Yeah, apologies if we get any names wrong for the Durham players, but they have double numbers on a lot of them. So we are separating them by sock or trainer colour, which makes it a little bit more difficult to pick them out. But yeah, that is Ollie Wilkes there getting the equaliser for Durham. The game is truly on.
Yeah, I think this is what we did expect before the game even kicked off. We expected it to be a bit more close and a bit more, you know, contested. And 1-1, the scoreline is definitely reflecting that.
Yeah, it's been very even on the chances as well and pressures. Maybe MMU have had maybe 1 or 2 more shots, but very, very tight so far, very competitive. What a ball that is, Marcos Afu.
Oh, he's just off
So
target.
unlucky not to get his brace there. What a ball that was from Sam Cook there, just lovely down the middle, cut through the Durham defence, but Marcos Afu very unlucky not to get his second.
Yeah, Durham keeper there.
This game has come alight a little bit though. There's Sam Cook.
It's just again, he's called for it.
I think he has given a penalty there.
Yeah, the Durham players are in disbelief.
I don't know how they can be surprised by that. It was definitely dragging from behind there a little bit. There was definitely a foot in, and they were risking it. I mean, considering they've already had that close call out on the left-hand side there with Marcos Afua. Surprised they've gone for it again, but MMU want to take this. Ollie Baker want to step up, match Jake Barnes with Ginger Power, like the commentary team, and hope that MMU can get themselves back into the lead here. I'm a little bit concerned about our clock because depending on the ref is whether we do stop clock or not. I know some refs have done complete stops the whole half, some only do it for the last 5 minutes. There it is, smashes it top of the net. Keeper didn't have a chance. What a goal from Ollie Baker there. Puts MMU back in the lead, 2-1.
Yeah, speed and power there just from that goal is ridiculous.
Really tough as well. You know, a penalty is considered easy in normal football, the easiest way to score, but in futsal it's not easy. You're so close. It's such a small goal. To get that much power on it and get it on target is a really, really difficult piece of skill. And he has done very well there, Ollie Baker. Back on the ball there. There you go. 3 and 2 for shots on target as well, so it is quite tight. I think Durham had a few shots from a bit of a further distance is the only thing that's losing them out there. And I think there's been some changes again to the MMU team. Scott Frogger is off now.
Yeah, he's taking his time to the bench.
So look who's come on. So I think that's Sam Edwards there, number 18, that's come on. And I think we've also got Harvey Forster who's come on.
Marcos tried to play the ball through and it just didn't.
Saved down with his feet there from James Kane. Here comes Harvey Forster, just subbed on.
Oh, he's hit the post.
Could have had an instant impact there. Really good play from the lad. Miss pass there from Sam Cook, but they've got away with it.
Yeah,
Sam Edwards, sorry.
Yeah, and then Durham actually did do a miss pass as well. So we got kind of a bit of stroke of luck there for MMU, but here we go, trying to use their fly keeper position that they always seem to implement into the game.
And I think that Sam Cook's just come off again. I think Chingwei is back on the pitch for MMU.
Yeah, here at Matchday Live, we know the duo with Marcos Sofu and Chingwei is very powerful.
Yeah, they have been dangerous. They have linked up for maybe 5 or 6 goals, I think, across those 3 games we've done so far. They have been very good together. Almost again there, where Chingwei's misplaced that one and put Durham in a good position. Forster's shut him down. Could be a foul there on Manu Beredi, who has come back on for Durham as well, their top scorer, just as they need a goal.
No, I believe that's Kareem Khalifa. Actually,
it is. So I've seen the yellow trainers and got them mixed up. Unfortunately, having to decipher players by trainers and sock colour makes it a little bit more difficult. You are right. They've also brought on number 2, Max Owen there with the mullet. And using their fly keeper there, trying to spread Durham a little bit. They are playing this kind of 2-2 defence position, so it definitely does help having an
taking
player.
the shot.
Oof. James Kay in goal there from you did really well to save that shot, and it did drop to Kareem Khalifa, who's just been subbed on, but shot a little bit wide. I think it took a touch off of Forster on the way out, though. I'm sure James Kay will be happy with him for that bit of defensive work. Really just blocking up the goal here, and you're not going for any of the players.
You actually see there on your screen, MMU have actually received 0 corners this game.
Chingwei did quite well there just to clear that out. Get a kick in, I think, instead rather than a corner.
Yeah, just near the
the ref's
MMU area.
Ref's not having the Durham calls. It is closer than it was.
Here they are now, Durham on the attack, see if they can create any chances. Managed to dribble past one, but not two.
The ref has given the foul there. I think there was a bit of a block from Marcos Ofru and Ching Wei there. For any of those who, I think they've just got a timeout, which is a good time for me to say. I think for anyone who doesn't know the rules of futsal, I think you're allowed 5 fouls in each half, and as soon as you hit that 5th foul, the team get a 10-metre penalty, and every foul after that, they get another 10-metre penalty. That's why we saw so many in that last game. Durham have already given away 2 fouls. MMU are on 1 halfway through, so we may see a 10-metre penalty in this half. Could be unlikely. Durham do look pretty secure. Just 2 little moments where they're giving away fouls. Benji, what do you think of the game so far, halfway through the first half?
I mean, coming into the game, our thoughts were this game's going to be really equal. It's going to be back and forth, maybe a few goals, but not as many as we're used to seeing, and I think that's come true. I think that's come to fruition where Durham, we've been shown the absolute prowess and just attack that they have, attack power, but we're also seeing what we're used to seeing from MMU, where the possession-based style, the possession-based attacking and fly keeper being used consistently, and it's definitely what we're used to seeing, and there's no surprises. Yeah,
lots of nice link-up play from MMU as well. They seem to see and find passes that you just can't even believe sometimes. Marcos Ofru has actually come back off here.
It's a good block there from the wall of MMU.
I think that's Jamie Villarreal that's actually come back on for Marcos Ofru there. He did start the game.
Yeah, I think this is another good thing about the MMU team that we've known for a while now, is that you can rotate the players and the quality's still the same.
Really good shot from distance down low.
Ooh. Just hit the bar, nearly knocked the entire net over.
Yeah, the bar's still vibrating. That was a ping, and you can just see from James Kay's face in there just a big out-breath, bit of relief, because the first shot down low was really powerful, well struck, good save with the feet, and that one off the bar was even scarier. So Durham have shown that they are definitely still in this game, only 2-1 down and could score at any moment. In fact, I believe that person there who just passed the ball up is Manny Beredi, who's now charging forward as well. This is really dangerous MMU. Just couldn't get it under control.
He nearly got the control there for the ball and could have made it even worse for the MMU team. They're under a lot of pressure right now. Those shots from far, they've not really faced anything like that, where the power and the speed that ball's coming at.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's good to see how the MMU team react to this kind of pressure and being pinned back a little bit, because like you said, we've not seen much of it in the games that we've covered at least. They have lost a couple of games in league, so I would have loved to see how they went, what those teams did to beat them. But here they go, MMU on the attack again. Andy Forster there just couldn't quite get control of it under his feet. It's unfortunate MMU did get into a good position. I think you see in this press as well, MMU a lot more reserved. They have come forward a bit now, but there they go.
Oh, he's just miscontrolled it. It's really
Sam Edwards there, laid off well by Jamie Villarreal. Just couldn't get that clean connection on it. What I was trying to say was, we've seen MMU often pressing right up in the opponent's half, and they're definitely dropping back a little bit more now, not quite coming through it so early. I think that's just what you see when you see a team playing against such an even competitor. They both want to win a big semi-final.
Oh, here a Durham playing
Sarpeka doing well to keep the pressure on MMU there, but couldn't quite get the pass off, and Forster's just coming off there. Surprised Kieran Williams hasn't been brought back on. He's normally such a mainstay in this team.
Yeah, I think the rotation of the team is definitely a bit wider this time.
And that is a 17 Marcus Evdokimov on now for her.
Yeah, I think this is his first game back since the first game of the cup.
John did really well there. Just Luke Cullen cutting through. Couldn't quite get it under control for the shot once again. I think that's something that you will probably be feeling a little bit confident on, is that Durham have been getting nice balls into the area in front of their goal, but haven't been able to get it under control or get a clean strike off at all.
Yeah, if you do see now with MMU, they're doing a bit more slow build-up play. What we used to see from MMU is quick rush decisions, just like that one that we just seen, but they seem to be doing it a bit more slow, a bit more controlled, a bit more calculated.
Jenga, I wasn't happy with Because they're not getting that one under control. He believed it was possible. Durham kick in here just inside the MMU half.
Gone for his long shot again. Seems to be, that must be one of the weapons that he has in his arsenal. Once again.
Ben Crew there for Durham, number 5 in the black socks. Chingwei on the ball here for MMU. Kind of urging his teammates forward. He knows he can find a pass.
Yeah.
Although maybe he's been too confident in himself, and he has. Number 5, Ben Crew, gets Durham equal here. 13 minutes gone, 12 minutes gone. Really unfortunate there. Chingwei got a little bit too confident, asking his teammates to go forward, and just the pressure on from Ben Crew was too much for him there. He's robbed the ball and put it bottom corner. James Kay won't be happy. But this game is equal once again. Is that going to be an MMU corner? No, he's given the goal kick. Need to make sure they get back in position here, MMU. Villarreal just putting Ben Crew back under pressure. Getting that ball back for MMU. See James Kay coming out of his net here. And Scott Froggett's come back on for Chingwei as well. Maybe a little bit of leadership from the captain is what's needed right now, just to calm them down a little bit. Conceded a few chances recently.
Yeah, I think you need the usual MMU that we're used to seeing here at Matchday Live, and that's what's going to break. That's what's going to break down Durham. Here we've got MMU with a kick in now. See what they can do from this.
And James Kay finds someone in a good position. Nice little ball through the centre. Into the wall a little bit.
Yeah, it's pretty much a corner. This is it's a kick in right next to the corner, and I think Villarreal there, he's just giving some instructions over to Sam.
He's told him where he's going, and he's almost found him as well. A little deflection off of number 6 in the white socks of Durham. Didn't quite drop to him. Was a good little move actually as well. Yeah. Smart from Jamie Villarreal. Well attempted from Sam Cook as well. It would have been a lovely goal. And that's just the kind of things you see in this futsal, these quick little plays, darting little runs, good passes, and does make the game so exciting. And you getting the ball again now, holding the ball a little bit better than they were since that second goal's gone in for Durham. Sure, that's what the captain and the coach want to see.
Oh, what a great save.
Yeah, Sam Cook with a really nice shot from distance going to keeper's top right, and he has done really well to catch that and keep it under control and try to send Durham on the attack up the other end themselves, but didn't quite get away with it. I think James Kay's having discussions with the ref or the captain there, wasn't it? The ref was saying something.
There's Villarreal with great control there with his chest.
3 players, but didn't quite find the pass, does get caught out. Durham have the ball again.
Another long shot, it just didn't come off that time either.
That's Manu Beredi there. He is their top scorer, so I'm sure he's confident in taking a shot on from almost anywhere, but it was very hopeful. James Kay has been very good for MMU in the games we've seen. Oh, lovely right there, Sam Cook. What a pass.
Just off target, that one there from MMU. They're creating really good chances now, MMU. They're not sitting back and letting Durham just take control of the game. They're high pressing, they're creating chances. It seems like a goal has to come soon, Ed.
Yeah, Jamie Villarreal is getting a little bit annoyed with number 17 Marcus Evdokimov there. He's a couple of times now he's not been in the position that he wants him to be in, not quite pressed up as much as he'd like him to be. But he hasn't played as many games for this team as some of these other lads have, so it will be a little bit tough for him. I think he's just coming off of Kieran Williams there.
Kieran Williams hasn't been on the court since his first substitution about 5 minutes in, so he must have fresh legs. Must be raring to come back. We know him personally, and he wants to be on the court.
Yeah, he does love it. A little bit of a pocket rocket, and he gets stuck in. Can do bits both offensively and defensively as well. We've seen him score goals. We've seen him put some big tackles in as well. Just made up to Sam Cook. It's a nice shot. Just kept rising, unfortunately, just over the bar. What half we've had here so far? 2 all. Yeah. 5.5 minutes left. Yeah. He's there just trying to get stuck in, putting that pressure in up top.
He's using his body there well, the number 2 of Durham, I believe that was.
Berardi.
Yeah, really, really good use of his body and to shield the ball.
In fact, I thought he was the only number 2, but it could be Max Owen as well. Unfortunately, they do have 2 2s, 2 3s, 2 5s and 2 6s, just to make our job a little bit easier. Benji, of course.
It's kind of unlucky there for MMU, but it's good attack from Durham.
Yeah, number 3, Adiana Rogba there is just popped up after the rebound. Good shot from distance, actually, from Sarpeka, the goalkeeper, and it's just dropped to Anna Rogba there to put it 3-2 to Durham. And this is not a position that MMU are used to being in. They have been losing early in the first half a couple of times, conceding the first goal, but beyond that, they've basically sat in a winning position for most of the games leading up to this one. So it'd be interesting to see how they respond now. They've called a little timeout. Coach trying to get something into him, but what a game this has been so far.
Yeah, I mean, the stats that we're seeing on our screen, it's not what we're used to seeing from MMU. What we're used to seeing is just either total domination or just possession, control of the game. We're just not seeing that right now. I'm not sure if it's because they're finally up against someone that is a serious contender. I think both of these teams have shown that they can make it to the final. They can make it. They can win the whole thing. The skill, the precision that we're seeing from these teams is just, it's another level from what we used to seeing. Here's MMU now on the attack. Ollie Baker trying to create something there, just loses possession and gets a kick in for Durham. Right back to the goalkeeper, Saab Petka. Just loses out possession.
So yeah, the winner of this game will go on to face the winner between Kiel men's first team and Sheffield Hallam's 2s in the final. Again, that'll be a very good game. This level of futsal is really competitive, really good to watch. And at the moment, it will be Durham going on to that final, but there's a long time left in this game, and can't ever count MMU out. I've got to say though, Sam Cook needs to get some new socks. The back of those are terrible. Well, he's got the ball here though. Don't question the socks too early. Unfortunately, couldn't get it under control before Sarpeka came out to claim that ball. Kid Williams gets stuck in high up there, yeah. And it's dropped to Sam. And what a goal as well. Ice in the veins there. What a bit of control that was. Just tucked it down and smashed it into the top corner. Sam Cook with a brilliant goal there.
It's really good pressure here from Kieran Williams.
Yeah, that double press, and Sam Cook gets in there as well. Takes that touch just from the gut and kind of gut crotch area, just cushions it a little bit, drops down. And incredible how he gets his feet out so quickly. The 3-3, there you go. This game is just a constant battle of 2 evenly matched teams. There's never been more than a goal between them.
Yeah, it's really end-to-end stuff here, and I think the Durham players there were shouting for a corner.
Obviously, as MMU students, of course, we are back in MMU, but this has easily been the best game we've covered so far. Really, really good. Such a good quality, and nice to see one that's not almost over at half-time, that's for sure. You know, all to play for in the second half still. I'm sure MMU, well, I'm sure both teams, in fact, will be looking to try and get a lead just before half-time, just for the mental edge at least. I think even if you went at this half-time 2 goals ahead either team, it definitely wouldn't be over. But yeah, maybe that mental side of it could help them a little bit.
I think it would be nice for the MMU players as well that they knew coming into this game that it would be a bit more evenly matched. They're both in the second division of A and B, and they've managed to actually keep afloat. It does show that these teams are actually more equal than what we're used to seeing.
It's unlucky there that Sam Cook just blasted upfield, and Kieran Williams, in fact, has just tried to take something onto it, but just gone wide. And Ollie Baker is back on as well here. We're almost back into the starting lineup. We've got Kieran Williams, Scott Froggatt on. Oh no, in fact, Ollie Baker is on, and who's that down there as well? Sam Cook. And one of the Durham players is down injured. I think he took a little bang to the head there.
Yeah, I think that was Scott Froggatt that they just came to a little collision, but it doesn't seem to be anything too serious.
Yeah, Scott Frogger does always get stuck in. He's not the tallest lad, but he does go flying into headers. He's got some serious ups, that's for sure.
Yeah. They're Durham with the ball now.
Kind of like he was going for a long shot. They tried to get everything behind it, but couldn't find its way through to Adiana Rugba there.
Great muscling off the ball though there from Scott Frogger. As we said, mentioned before, he's not the tallest lad, but he definitely knows how to use his body weight.
Yeah, he's strong. He's got a low centre of gravity. I mean, Adiana Rugba there, number 3 for Durham. He's a big lad. We've seen him before the game. He is tall. He's quite physical as well. Definitely strong. So it's an interesting matchup with the size difference. Oh, and here's a good chance for MMU. Kieran Williams, can he find him? What a save!
Great save.
That is an unbelievable save from Sar Pekka there. Kieran Williams, I think maybe just needs to get that pass a little bit more power and get a little bit further away. It was quite close to him. Ollie Baker did really well with his shot, but yeah, what a save from Sar Pekka. I really can't question him there.
I think we are seeing now how Durham have only conceded 26 goals across all games this season.
Well headed back in there from that corner by Ollie Baker. Kieran Williams couldn't quite get up for it though. Another lad who's not the tallest, but he definitely gets stuck in still.
Some nice close control dribbling there. He gets it out wide. It's a good save from James Kay. Nothing that we used to see in here. He's very important between sticks.
Yeah, Maxwell in there just getting that layoff from Anna Rugba. Good shot, but well stopped. I mean, we're seeing 2 keepers playing really well here. I mean, it's actually been quite a common trend in these games that the away keeper has been one of the standout players just from the sheer amount of shots they've faced from MMU, but this game has been so much more even and both keepers doing so well. 3-3 is actually quite a good reflection on both of them considering the quality of the shots they have faced.
Yeah, this game's definitely a step up from the games we're used to seeing. You did mention that the goalkeepers always do show a different side of them. Like they're always the main player in the opposition's team, but I think this game's just different. This game we're seeing that the entire team is stepping up and trying to get the win because it is a semi-final.
Yeah, they are going toe-to-toe here, and I think another big difference you're seeing is this Durham team clearly have quality throughout. I think with a lot of the other teams we've seen that maybe 1 or 2 of their outfield players are on that level of MMU, but not quite the whole team, and overall throughout the game that ends up costing them. But these 2 teams are so evenly matched here, and really interesting so far. I'm sure the neutrals and fans at home are getting everything they wanted from this game so far. Sarpeka there just with the ball in.
Long throw
straight into James Kay. He won't be unhappy about that. Get the MMU back on the ball. Scott Frogger, the captain, down at the back here.
There's Ollie Baker. Just loses out possession. It's now 3-on-3. He's gone himself.
It's a good shot as well. Well saved. It has rolled back out to him. Can they do something from the second attempt here? Good save from James Kay. It was a dangerous pass as well, but well picked up there by Sam Cook. Can he send Marcos through? No. Cleared out. And you do remain on the ball here though. Surprised that Sam Cook hasn't been taken back off. He has been on for about almost 10 minutes now, I think, straight. So I missed him coming off and on. Scott Frogger there has been on the receiving end of that.
He's back up on his feet straight away, though. He's a fighter. He's a fighter, Scott Frogger.
It's not a nice floor to fall onto that either.
No.
Pretty rock solid. It's not quite the same as grass or Astro night. Durham, I mean, it's very unlikely, but they do only have 2 fouls left in this half. If they give away another silly one in a minute, they don't want to risk giving away a 10-metre penalty, which will put them behind just before the end of this first half.
Yeah, I mean, we did see the penalty before from, I believe it was Sam Cook. He absolutely railed it into the top of the net.
Yeah, that 10-metre penalty is a little bit different, it's a little further out, but sometimes it means you can actually afford to put more power on it. Marcos are further and Ollie Baker not quite linking up the way they wanted to. And what a goal that is from serious distance as well. Number 6 for Durham. Who is that with the black socks? Elliot Brown, that is the captain, yeah. What a goal this is. Here comes the replay from just inside the half as well. And just curled that perfectly past the keeper. Wow, what a goal that is in. Durham now put themselves back in the lead again. They've definitely got a little bit of a mental edge on MMU at the moment. They have taken the lead the last 2 times. And you definitely won't give up. They've proven to themselves they can score goals in this game and create chances, but they won't like going behind twice in a row.
No, definitely not.
Not something they're used to at all. You can see the shots racking up for both teams. Still very close though, in fairness.
Yeah, it's the game's definitely not swaying to one team's side, but at the end of the first half, you do want to get ahead at the break.
And there's Marcos Afua in a good position as well. If you get a shot off,
He
yeah,
can
dance
dance.
just returned straight away. This game is unbelievable. Both teams going toe to toe. Also, Afua gets his second of the game. He got that first one, and how well is this weighing up now? This semi-final.
Yeah, he's took his time. He's decided what's the best position to shoot from. He got past 3 players and found the space.
I thought he was going to shoot on after that first touch as well, and thought there's a lot of bodies in the way, but did so well to get that second one and through 2 or 3 defenders as well, and the keeper who's been in good form. What a goal! That's what I mean. These two teams, you just can't separate them. Every time they do something, it's you do this, I'll do that. No worries. If you can do it, I can do it better. At the moment.
It's really back and forth, this game, and this is what we were expecting, to be honest, here at the commentary box. We were expecting a game to be close, and I'm excited to see who comes out on top at the half-time break.
Yeah, this second half, oh my God. Seriously excited.
Marcos
Afua, if he gets hat-trick,
and
he does as well.
First half hat-trick.
I mean, for all the good work that Durham have been doing, they were looking so good in the game, and they've just come out with 2 defensive errors. And it's just, I mean...
Fly keeper there. We were speaking to the manager just before the game, and he said, if we need to, we will play it. And I guess that's why they aren't as proficient as using it as MMU are.
Here's something as well I've got to say, is that how many goals have MMU got from high pressure here? I think 2 or 3 of their goals have come from robbing the ball off of Durham in their own half, and that is what we've classically seen from MMU as well, doing exactly that. And I think, fair enough, it's a semi-final against a good team. They've decided to drop back a little bit more, do that a little bit less, but I think that has caused them to score less goals. But now you've just seen them do it a couple of times, and they've keeping themselves in this game, getting themselves a good lead just before half-time. I mean, 45 seconds to go, I wouldn't count out Durham getting an equaliser again, to be honest.
No,
the way this game
not.
is going. What a game this has been so far. Really enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, coming into this game, we knew. But this is a different level of what we're expecting.
Baker, they're going for the shot block, and they've got MMU a corner. Chingwei out on this one. I mean, we've seen him receive the ball from corners and stuff, so... Ollie Baker's off for a nice low shot as well. Yeah, it is well saved. Saad Petka again for Durham, doing really well in goal.
He's
These shots
been
are
on
difficult.
the top of his game, definitely on the top of his game, and he needs to be, especially when facing players like this.
Marcos Afua, I mean, in a lot of confidence with his first half hat-trick here, goes for a bit of a long shot. It wasn't too bad either, but yeah, some of these shots have been so powerful and so difficult. Down low, bouncing, high up as well. It's really, really good quality so far in this game. MMU have just somehow, after seeming like they're in the depths a little bit as they dropped to 4-3, have just rocked up in this last minute and a half of this first half and taken control of the game a little bit.
He's taking a shot out wide.
Surprised the keeper's not.
Yeah, I do believe
away a corner.
It did go out, but I think the referee just decided it off otherwise.
Very tight. I mean, they've just given it to MMU anyway. Slightly better than a corner, but that was close from there from Saad Petka. Doesn't want to risk giving away corners to MMU. They have looked dangerous on the attack, equal to Durham.
There's just 15 seconds left now in this half.
As long as goal though.
I mean, yeah, as long as MMU don't do anything silly and they keep hold of the ball.
Chingwei there, a little bit miscontrolled, was under a 2-man press. Marcos Afua done well there to rob that ball though. And they do something late in this half.
Just take a shot now, I guess.
There it is. And Marcos Afua there. Nice sliding tackle as well. Yes, we will have some replays for you at half-time. I think we may get some match stats first. But Benji, what a half that's been.
I think that's the best half of futsal we've seen here at Matchday Live. And people at home, if you clocked in right now, you do realise that this is definitely a game you want to be here for the second half.
Yeah, it's all to play for as well. There you go, some of the stats. So Durham, well, MMU have had more shots and they've had more shots on target. I think that's just swung right at the end, isn't it? Last time we saw the shot statistics, it was 7-9. MMU was 7 and Durham were 9. So did get back into it late on. Durham with a few more corners. Free kicks conceded a little bit off there. I think they've given away 3, Durham, and I think MMU have given away 1. But
and there is no cards this game.
So far.
Yeah, last game we did see, I think it was 5 or 6 cards, maybe
7. I had it written down 7, yeah.
So this game, none so far, but only half-time and it's already 5-4.
Yeah, I do think the ref's been doing quite well actually to keep control of the game, and he's not given any decisions that I've particularly disagreed with.
Definitely.
We have had a few questionable ones here and there through the other games, but so good so far from both teams and the ref. And I mean, yeah, if you watch it at home, you must be loving it because the second half is going to be brilliant, I'm sure. I really can't wait to set up, and we're just waiting here for some of these replays. I mean, I guess there's so many goals to pick from that Callum's struggling a little bit, but here we go.
Here we go, in super slow-mo here, but we'll make the use of it.
See, I think this is MMU's first goal. Where he's just robbed the ball from there and they got up the other end, and Mark Osser-Fua gets his first of the game to put them 1-0 up. There's a little bit slow to the camera team. If you could smooth that up a little bit, I would appreciate. But here we go. No worries there. So Sam Edwards played the ball. Oh, sorry. Technical difficulties. We'll be back in a second with replays. Apologies for that. It was a little bit slower than we wanted. But as you can see, what happened there was Durham had taken a corner. Sam Cook had picked it up, laid it off to Sam Edwards, and I'm pretty confident that that is where he lays it through. Mark Osser-Fua goes one-on-one and slots it home.
Yeah, Mark Osser-Fua he's definitely been the main man of this game. He's been so important. He's been so integral to MMU's attack. You know what I mean? He's already got his hat-trick. He's got the most goals in this game out of both teams.
It's interesting as well with Mark Osser-Fua. We know he's a good player and he's very physical and he does well on the ball, but actually the goal scoring is something we've not seen as much as compared to some of the other players who are getting hat-tricks and braces every game. He's actually been quite unlucky, I think. Some of the games had decent shots that have been saved or not quite gone in. So here we go, now you see it, and Ollie Baker picks up that ball. I think it's just rendering as it goes, but they go 2-on-1 with the keeper here and finds Mark Osser-Fua for an easy one.
Yeah, Mark Osser-Fua started his parade of goals.
There we go, that's what we like, perfect. And there he is, getting that one in there, sliding in there as well. That's a big save there as well, we've seen it. I think that was the Durham goal, isn't it, where they returned from a brilliant save from Sarpeka, of course, once again in this game. And there's that penalty.
The penalty there from Ollie Baker. Right into the roof of the net, I believe it has to be unsavable.
And here's this one, Chingwei trying to send his teammates forward, takes it a little bit too long on the ball, and Ben Crew just smells blood, picks it up off him and slots that one bottom corner. Yeah, it was a really good goal. I mean, so many of these goals have been so well placed and so well taken. Oh yeah, Saab Ketka takes a long shot here, drops down, and Anna Rogba there just cleans up, very happy with that one. I think what we see here is a high press MMU, don't we? Yeah, Kieran Williams. And then
Sam Cook, great finish off the volley.
Yeah, I don't know how he's managed to cushion that ball so well with the midriff of your body. It's such a difficult thing. I mean, the chest is one thing. That area is so difficult. And we see there Baker and Osser-Fua just losing out on an incredible long
from the
shot.
captain, Elliot Brown.
Yeah, brilliant goal that was. And here come MMU. Look at that ball through. That was absolutely beautiful. Mark Osser-Fua, composure, two nice touches, rolls it through and just finds that bottom corner. And again, we're talking about this high press. I mean, it is a misplaced pass, but he's got to be there to get onto it. Does really well to slip and slide between the three defenders and the goalkeeper and slots that home for his hat-trick. There's not enough words to describe how good this game has been this half, in this first half. And it shouldn't be too long to the second half, and I think we'll join you for that in just a minute.
I was doing basketball last night, and even though it feels like you're going really far, I think we missed. It's not serious. We missed the corner, I think. Oh, okay. But it's, you know, I think in basketball, pull is more of an issue because shoot from there all the time. Yeah. Where is it? I think an issue I did have is I zoomed in once and I had issues reframing the last one. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was fine. No, I think was it that right before? No. No, it looks a little more like that way. Better? I think it's settling now. No, just follow the ball and try and let. So if they're going that way, try and have them at that edge of the field, just so you can see where they're progressing to. But you're doing a great job of it. Right. I think maybe when there was an injury, they wanted to see what was going on at this end. Okay. No, okay. It's just because we only use one camera. Just one. You can't be everywhere. Yeah. Just don't worry about it at all. Injuries. I just sort of avoided that. No, that's fair enough. No, if it's look what I found, what I always found.
So the ref just blown his whistle there, just calling the players back in ready for the second half. I mean, don't know what everyone at home is thinking, but I cannot wait to see how this game ends. Obviously, I'm a little bit nervy for MMU because Durham have been so good, but MMU have equally been brilliant in this game. Such a good competitive game, and whoever gets to the final out of these two teams, I mean, obviously I'm sure the other two teams playing the other semi, Kiel and Sheffield Hallam, are good teams as well, but these two have been absolutely brilliant. I'm sure they'll be confident in themselves if they get to that final.
So for this second half, MMU have come out with Mark Osofua Chingwei, I believe that's Harvey Forster, Sam Edwards and
James Kane. Sure. James Kane is always the mainstay in this team. I think if he wasn't a goalkeeper, he probably would be the captain. Yeah. But just generally, you don't often have a goalkeeper captain, just because they're not obviously in the mix enough. Early chance there for Durham, actually. Yeah, it wasn't a bad attempt at all. I mean, what do you think is going to happen in this half? Do you think it's going to be the same again? Do you think it's just going to be a constant one-up, equal?
I think, honestly, both of the teams in this half-time break, the manager must have said to them, we need to be better, we need to do something different to this team. And one of the teams has to take initiative. I think one of the teams can definitely take control of the game.
It's a good pass, Harvey Forster. Could he knock down for Oscar forward? Couldn't get control. He could have given away slightly handball there if they're being like the Prem level of harsh at the moment, but not quite. But instantly this half again has started excitingly. We've had an attack from both teams, and honestly just impossible to predict at the moment. Two teams absolutely battling it out at such a similar and high competitive level. It's been really good.
Yeah, not even a minute's gone in the second half and we've already seen two attacks from both sides. There's another one.
What an attack. Well, wasn't even really an attack, was it? What a long ball in there. And Karim Khalifa will be annoyed with himself that he's not managed to get that header a little bit more under control. Did force a save, though, from James Kay. Have got a corner here. And, I mean, for Durham, it would be brilliant for them to get themselves equal again so early on in this second half. Have tried a little ball in there. Didn't quite come off, though. Ching Wei, well blocked. I think that 6 is Elliot Brown. Yeah, he's in the Black Sox. I think it's gone to the other number 6, Luke Cullen, who just couldn't get that ball under control, unfortunately.
Yeah, just kind of sliced out of play, unfortunately. But this gives enough time for both teams to maybe calm down, collect their thoughts, and see if who can get the first goal of this half.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think almost both teams are kind of partially time waste at the moment, just because they want to keep themselves composed and catch their breath as much as possible, because it's so equal. MMU definitely will not be losing concentration or anything at all here, because they really cannot afford to against this good Durham team. Risking it with the ball around the back here as well. Well played out there from Ching Wei, finding how he forced it. He's actually found it back again.
He's got it back. It's a great sliding challenge there from number 6 of Durham. Just gone out for a
lovely play there. Ching Wei did so well under pressure of two high defenders there from Durham as well. Finds how he forced it, finds it back again. And yeah, again, well defended from Durham though. So you can see it, two teams doing so well in the attack and defence.
A really long shot there. Really well blocked, yeah. Kind of taking a page out of Durham's, but
he's going for that long shot a little bit, trying to put their keeper under pressure. They have actually got that lovely goal, didn't they? I think it was the 4th for Durham. It was a lovely shot from distance.
MMU are looking to recreate that maybe and try and get theirs back, because long shots in futsal is one thing we haven't really seen much in here at Matchday Live. You maybe see 1 or 2 a game, don't you? They are really difficult in that small goal, but so impressive. Yeah, when they come off, it is in a highlight reel for sure.
Yeah, we're hoping for a highlight reel after this game. There's definitely some good bits to show everyone again. Risky play here. Marcos Rafua there doing the defensive work after getting a hat-trick. Doesn't give up just there. Tries a naughty little pass. Kind of gets away with it though.
Foster just couldn't
find Ching Wei there. He was coming in, but too close to the keeper. Sarpekka again having a very good game in the Durham net. I know there's a goal between them, but that is the only thing that separates these two teams at the moment.
Yeah, I think the teams are so equal. I mean, even coming into the game, we thought they would be equal.
There's an early foul there from Durham. We did see them get up to 3 in the first half. They don't want to risk giving away a late 10-metre penalty to MMU here. I mean, the way this game's going as well, you could easily see them being a goal apart late on, and you don't want to concede a penalty, that's for sure.
No, definitely not. I think penalties in futsal, you're pretty much guaranteed to score.
I don't know, that 10-metre penalty, I remember in the last game when there were so many yellows, I think one did get saved really well by the keeper, but there was another one that was saved but popped up to Kieran Williams, I believe, close in the net. So they are a little bit different. That 10-metre penalty is a little bit further out, but again, obviously it's a clean shot at the goal, which in futsal is a godsend. You know, you very rarely get to have as much time as you want on the ball to take a shot.
Yeah, you know, I actually do say in that it all depends on the goalkeeper, and both of these goalkeepers have been outstanding this game. So
yeah, I wouldn't put it past either of them, to save 10-metre penalties at all.
He's gone for a long ball up to Marcos Rafua. He's gone from a more defensive role. He started the second half in, and now he's really up there. I mean, obviously he's on his hat trick, so I think MMU would really want to focus their attack around him.
Just going kind of goalkeeper to goalkeeper at the moment. Neither team quite finding that final pass. Maybe just warming up again into this second half.
It's nice control there from Ching Wei.
Yeah, along the line. Just kept doing that ball arc. It was so impressive when to keep it in. Durham have ended up with the ball here though. Jamie Villarreal maybe not keeping it under as much control as he would have liked to up there. Here comes Sarpekka, fly keeper, pushing himself out a little bit. Always risked it all. Marcos Rafua.
It's good defending, good cover.
I think he saw that open goal and just went for it, but maybe should have come in a little bit closer. I think, you know, when you're already on a hat-trick, you're probably so confident you're shooting, you think you're going to score from anywhere.
Yeah.
A little bit unlucky there.
Taking a shot, definitely.
But very well blocked by the defender.
Here he is again, though.
Just seems unstoppable on the ball right now.
Sam Edwards out onto the wide. Just couldn't get the control.
It's unlucky there. Marcos O'Full with another defensive action there, but pass is a little bit skew if Kareem Khalifa picking it up, but couldn't get it under enough control, so MMU do stay on the ball. I think we've seen some subs here as well. Froggatt's come on. So Froggatt's come on for Forster, and Sam Edwards has come off for Sam Cook, I believe.
Yeah, yes. Sam for Sam.
Sam for Sam, like for like. Oh, Sam Cook needs to
Great
get involved straight away. Off the post, and it's just dropped back to him again.
Incredible dribbling there to get past the defender.
And I think that's Ben Crew who's come off with that one. Oh no, it's the 5 with the White Sox, not Ben Crew. It's Ollie Wilkes, who's actually on for his 2nd of the game as well.
Yeah, that ties up the game now. 5-5 between these two teams. It's been an incredible performance from both teams up until these goals. And first half, MMU started with a goal. This half, Durham started with a goal. So maybe we see a different tide.
Little stat for you. Wilkes and Otto Fuller scored the 1st goal for both teams, and they scored the 5th goal for both teams. So there you go.
There we go.
Wilkes isn't quite on the hat-trick though that Otto Fuller is, but he is having a good game so far in front of goal, that's for sure. And once again, just equal in this game. No surprise to anyone who's been watching. I think this is going to come down to a moment late on, and there's a misplaced pass there from Sam Cook, putting him in a little bit of danger. He did do well to recover though.
Recover and get the ball there. He has given a corner away, but Durham haven't really been too proficient from the corners.
Commentator's curse.
Oh,
almost as well. Yeah, that was a beautiful shot down the post. But James Kay, in all fairness, really good reaction speed there to actually get his hands on that, because it could have easily just bounced off him and set could have easily set Adi Anarugba there for his 2nd of the game as well. Here comes Anarugba as well, but well tackled was Kieran Williams. Jay Villarreal.
He's gone for a shot. He's really west side of the net.
Yeah, Sam Cook couldn't quite get on the touch of that. But, both teams really going at it. Kieran Williams back on here. He's going to get stuck in shore. Scott Froggatt there, the captain's picked it up well. Can he do something here?
One-on-one right now. He slows it down, lets more players get involved.
Finds Williams, but big pressure from Rugby there.
Yeah.
Well, the ref's having a little word. I don't think he was. I mean, he's given a foul on that Rugby there, but I don't think he was happy with the kind of challenge on Kieran Williams from behind a little bit. But it may actually be a free kick. It is. So that is Durham's 2nd foul of this half as well. So they're on 2 already in 5 minutes. That again, this was talk about really risky. They don't want to have this late penalty. James Villarreal and Sam Cook have a little chat here. Do you reckon they're going to have another little run in? Well, he's faked it instead. Pass off. Froggatt. Oh, Kieran Williams has picked it up just at the post. Although those two are really good mates, so I have to be very happy with that. And Kieran Williams will be buzzing after the game with that goal, especially if it turns out to be crucial. And it's just positional. His keeper's actually come out. I didn't actually clock the first time. It wasn't the keeper on that front post. He rushed out for it, and Scott Froggatt's just, I think, accidentally letting an absolutely perfect ball to Kieran Williams on the post. He just rolls it across the line. 6-5. Again, these two teams just constantly battling it out, never letting one get too confident in their abilities. Well done there from number 3 for Durham.
There's Jamie Villarreal in the attack goal. Does get pulled a bit. He's saying it to the referee. Referee's not having any of it. Not having it at all.
We do have both 3s on at the moment for Durham as well. So there's Kieran Sia there with the blue trainers and the black socks, and Adi Anarugba with the white socks and black trainers. One from you, Sam Cook there trying to get that shot off. Ooh, very just close wide as well. Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Durham would be happy to see that one go out. They definitely don't want to let MMU get a 2-goal lead. It would be the first time in this game that either teams have had a 2-goal lead if they manage it.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure that MMU are putting onto Durham right now, it's what they need. It's what we used to see from MMU.
Missed pass to the keeper, Scott Froggatt. He's just put his foot through it and not got it on target. I've got to say, Saad Petka having a very good game, but he's gotten away with one there, and I think Froggatt will be annoyed with himself that he didn't get that one on target. They have just launched it upfield, though, and Max Owen couldn't quite keep control of it for Durham there, so James Kay back on the ball.
Yeah, here's Scott Froggatt now. He's got control. Oh, some nice ball roll there from Sam Cook.
I'm actually a little bit surprised that Froggatt hasn't got himself a goal yet. I think he got definitely a brace in the last game. Might have been a hat-trick. I think one of the goals was tough to tell between who got the final touch. But he's normally so prolific in front of goal, and I think he's scored at least one, if not two, every game so far this tournament. Not quite been as proficient today.
Yeah, he's been really impressive in our previous games, but I think maybe this game he's taken a more leadership role, maybe creating chances, bringing the team together, because this game is really important for them.
So, I mean, is that MMU with another free kick in this half? That's 3 fouls given away by Durham in 6 minutes, really putting themselves in a dangerous position. You know, they don't want to end up giving away a 2-goal lead from a 10-metre penalty from
no, definitely not.
Mistakes from little fouls. I mean, especially that one. I'm not even sure what had caused that, to be honest. I was looking further up the field. So it's in the MMU half, and you think in that situation it's just an unnecessary foul given away. It's a bit like Pope yesterday. Like, what? Yeah. What's the need?
Yeah, it's kind of not needed, but still came off.
I think MMU will be happy with it. They'll feel confident on 10-metre penalties. They did score a couple in that last game.
But I do have to say
that's got to be a handball, I think, from
what a block. He's putting his body on the line there.
For how much I did just say he's not been quite as good in front of goal as he normally has been. That defensive block there is absolutely amazing from Scott Froggatt. Crucial as well to keep his team in the lead. I mean, I'm a little bit surprised actually that they didn't give a handball on Adiada Rugby there, because it definitely bounced up and hit his arm. I don't know if the refs are a little bit more lenient than they are at top flight football, and it's kind of thinking he didn't mean to, you know, it's bounced up into him. But there was definitely a handball, and I think MMU would have felt a little bit hard done by if they had conceded straight away there. Just smashed over there.
He's just gone for a really long shot and just kind of got the undertone of the ball and hit into Rosette.
That's what happens, unfortunately, with these long shots. You know, they're either amazing, perfect blinders that fly in, or you know, there's just too much power and not enough of a goal to get it into. Here's Scott Froggatt just at the back from MMU. Nice little ball wide. Jamie Villarreal under a bit of pressure. Does retain the ball from MMU. Actually, I'm quite surprised there. I thought it'd come off him, but no. Here's Froggatt again.
He's gone down.
Ref's not having it. He's saying get up.
Yeah, referee's not having any of it. Good save again.
Good shot.
Oh, he's gone for it. He sliced it.
Max Owen there has just got weight underneath the ball with that one. See, this is the thing. MMU were looking good for a minute there. Had maybe 2 minutes where they were the better team, more possession, more chances, and now it's just gone the complete opposite way again. And Durham are now the ones putting more pressure on the MMU goal. Just these two teams, not seen anything like it, honestly.
No, it's really showing how similar these teams are. We did say at the end of the first half these teams are similar, and this half's definitely secured that fort.
Yeah, we've seen Ollie Baker on now for Marcos Rafura as well. Obviously, Rafura's having a brilliant game, but you don't want to run him into the ground too much. Save him maybe for that last few minutes of this half. Could come on and be crucial.
Yeah, kind of what they did with Kieran Williams in the first half, where they took him off quite early on and brought him on for the rest of the half. And it proved to be crucial. They actually won that first half, and hopefully they can win the second half and win the game.
See Ollie Wilkes there, number 5 of the White Sox, trying to get involved. What a goal we have just seen. Lovely stuff there. Jamie Villarreal, just a little layoff from the kick-in. And Ollie Baker's just come steaming in. He's got a foot like a traction engine, this lad, and he smashed that one into the top corner. What a goal that is. Ollie Baker will be very happy with that. And for the first time in this game, we see MMU, or either team in fact, with a 2-goal lead. But also knowing this game, I'll be quite confident that Durham in about 10 seconds are probably going to score themselves and get back into it from the way it's gone so far. But what a goal that was, Ollie Baker. It's so, you know, you've got two teams so evenly matched. There's little moments of magic like that that separate them, you know. That is an absolute perler of a shot, and he'll be very happy with that. And I'm sure he's going to be very happy to watch the replay a bit later, clip it up, send it to his friends and family.
100%.
I'm sure, definitely I would.
It's good interception there from the captain of the team, Elliot Brown.
Yeah, just James Kay trying to find Scott Froggatt down the wing there, but gets him a kick in instead. Comes Baker again. I mean, Baker and Barnes, the ginger duo. I know we've not got Barnes today, but they just both seem so good on the ball and so good at shooting. It's so difficult for teams to deal with. Baker's screaming there that it wasn't their ball from for a corner. He was convinced it was meant to be. He's tried it. I think that was Manny Berardi there trying a little layoff for his teammate, but a little bit misguided. MMU kick in, Jamie Villarreal again.
Yeah, James Kay now, he's really pushed himself forward into the court.
This is what we said earlier, George, wasn't it? That we maybe not see him do it early in the game, but as they get a goal or two ahead, that'll be when he does it. Baker getting himself another there.
Cup, right in the middle, Scott Froggatt just really scrambling.
Yeah, really unlucky there. Just couldn't stay on his feet, get it under control.
Ball there through, tried Saab Pecker, tried to get it through.
I mean, this game is incredible. It's just end-to-end chances both ways. You can't keep your eyes off it, to be honest.
No, definitely not. You're watching at home, you don't want to be doing anything else. No YouTube ads to pop up halfway through this, please. Oh, and that was really dangerous for Durham there, actually. He found himself in a good position. Manny Berardi almost finding, not sure who that lad is, unfortunately. Just checked his back. Oh, I think it's Ben Crew. But it didn't quite come off, and well done from Sam Cook, who stopped it, seen it out for Durham kick in. I think it's the same again now. We have just had a little update from our production team. If this game is level at the end, it will go straight to penalties. But, I mean, I was about to say I don't see it going that way, but actually I do see it going that way. I actually do.
The way these two teams have matched up so far this game, it wouldn't surprise me at all if this is 8-all at the end.
Yeah, I mean, MMU right now, they've got a comfortable 2-goal lead, but we've seen what Durham are about, we've seen what MMU are about.
I'd say in any other game that MMU played, a 2-goal lead was a comfortable lead, but this is the one game where I wouldn't even count a 2-goal lead as comfortable, because Durham is still putting it to them, they're still putting under pressure, they're still having chances, and you know, if they put one away, then it's only one, and very quickly these can turn around. We've seen these two teams just battling it out, scoring 1 for 1 each time. They'll definitely be more confident than they have been at any other part of the game with the first 2-goal lead, but you definitely can't count your chickens yet.
No, as a lot of football fans say, it's not over till the fat lady sings.
Very true.
She will sing soon.
Oh, there's Saab Pecker, the keeper. He's pushed himself up. Yeah, and he actually wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, Sam Edwards had to head that out. It was a good block there, but we weren't expecting that really from Durham's side. This
game is lit up so much that we've completely disregarded the subs that are coming on. So we've got Harvey Forster back on, Sam Edwards and Mark Osrafua. So we've had another 3-player swing, Scott Froggatt being the only person who was on the pitch a few minutes ago. Oh, that is unlucky from Durham. Yeah, nice little bit of play, but just rolling out. And MMU just walking for the ball. There's no rush at all. Scott Froggatt gets it right at the back. We go to James Kay. Another little rule notice for anyone who's not familiar with futsal: when these keepers are out getting the ball, the keeper cannot get the ball more than once until they're in the opposition's half. So if he passes it to James Kay there and James Kay passes it to someone else, he's not allowed to have the ball again unless he's in the opposition half or the opposition team have taken a touch on the ball. So having the keeper out isn't quite as simple as it may seem, because they are not, once they've got the ball, they either have to do something with it or really push forward. Which is risky in this game. It's just non-stop at the moment, really high intensity still.
Yeah, MMU though do look really comfortable now. They've got this 2-goal lead. This cushion that they've got is just, you can tell that they're playing a little bit different. They play a bit more slower, a bit more controlled, maintained. They're not really trying to do anything to get more goals because they don't need to. Yeah,
I mean, they've seen as well how much Durham can punish them. Remember that Ching Wei mistake that led to them being, I think, 3-all maybe. And yeah, Durham will put that pressure on. They will do things themselves. So you don't want to risk conceding the goal at all. And yeah, it's kind of finding that balance, isn't it, of not letting yourself get pinned back too much, but also not conceding a goal. It's a nice ball all the way through the middle, but Sam has put a little bit too much pressure on him. Scott Froggatt there trying to find Harvey Forster, but just too wide. A little bit of sloppiness this last 2 minutes from both teams. A few passes gone a little bit wayward. Maybe you're seeing tiredness setting in a little bit, or it's just the urgency maybe from both teams wanting to do as much as possible. Pressure on. I mean,
great tackle again.
I've got to say, throwing a slide tackle on that floor, you have got some
no knee pads.
Cojones, yeah. That is a real risky manoeuvre. You can get some horrible burns off that floor. And fair play to Mark Osrafua, he has no fear at all. He chucks the slide tackles all day.
Durham, they're looking to try and find anything. They're even going back to the goalkeeper. He's taken a heavy touch
risky. Oh, well blocked though. That was really dangerous there. Harvey Forster could have had an open goal, but really, really well blocked by by the Durham player. I think that was Manu Berardi. I mean, offensively known for his top scorer for Durham, but did the defensive jobs there, saved him a little bit.
Sam Edwards has gone down with maybe a little bit of cramp or knee injury, maybe what we said
shin.
before. Yeah, he maybe slid on the floor.
It's not comfortable down there, that's for sure. I mean, you think if it's anything mildly serious, he'll just come off because they've got so many players in the bench, you might as well. So it must just be, I think it's just one of those little knocks, you know, it really hurts at the time and then wears away a little bit. I know he probably won't want to come off the pitch, but, you know, being a semi-final and being something, oh, and the ref has actually given the Durham coach a yellow there. That is incredible. That is definitely one we haven't seen. We saw 7 yellows last week, but it was all for players, never for a coach. Durham coach kind of laughing away to himself over there, but yeah, an interesting one that. Not one we've seen often. Can't even put the name on the graphic there because don't have him registered in.
We always wonder when we see these yellow cards on the managers. He's definitely getting riled up, and I wonder what he said.
What's the worry if your team are going out? You might as well get a straight red. Although they could be in a chance here. James Kay's had a little bit of a mistake, but no, he's still been cleared up. Sam Cook knows Sam Edwards, in fact, doing really well back there. Still, again, if this scoreline could easily be equal, these two teams just kind of neutralising each other, if anything, you know. Good defence, good.
Oh, he's off the
Harvey forced it, although it has dropped back down. That was one of the best headers we've seen. I don't think we've seen a header scored, have we? Like maybe one. I think we did. I think Scott Froggatt got one.
Kieran Williams, was it?
No, that was off the Ching Wei goal, but I think Scott Froggatt in our last game actually did get a header. I think he got a left foot and then a header, because we were saying if he got a right, he'd got a perfect hat-trick.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really good. And Marcos Ofua was kind of unlucky. It bounced down off the bar. And
Ching Wei for the long shot.
And it's gone in as well. And MMU will be really happy now. Durham a little bit unlucky that MMU have just managed to find their way through this game and put themselves with a nice, healthy 3-goal lead.
Yeah, they're running away with it now.
Do you know what I think it is as well? Harvey Forster's done really well there. A little bit of confusion, distract the keeper, let it run through his legs, and it's just perfectly found that bottom corner. Ching Wei will be happy with that. The MMU coach will be very happy with that, and they've actually got themselves into a nice lead now. MMU.
Yeah,
Durham have got a little bit of a challenge on their hands to get back into this. Oh, we just had a little update from one of the fans watching that Luke Cullen, not Ollie Wilkes, scored the 5th goal for Durham there. So we'll just get that in the notes. I thought it was. Unfortunately, some of these players are matching numbers, and we're we're making the difference by colour of socks and trainers. So apologies for any mistakes there for Durham fans. It's a little bit difficult to tell them apart as they run around, but we are doing our best. We promise.
Yeah, our Durham, 3 goals down now. I think they've got to try and make something of this. I mean, in futsal, the stop clock definitely gives you more time. It's not just 9 minutes that are left on this game. You'd say about 15 minutes, maybe 13. But you definitely need some goals here from Durham soon. Because if MMU get another one, you'd have to say it's looking like the game could be over.
Durham got some subs as well. Kareem Khalifa's come on there. We've got Ben Crew, Kieran Sear.
Marcos Ofua here.
And Luke Cullen, I think, are the team out at the moment. So no Manu Berardi. I think apart from that, it is the starting team. I think Elliot Brown actually might be off as well. Kieran Williams there going for a strike, but well blocked.
Here is Marcos Ofua.
And he almost found Kieran Williams with a beautiful ball. You see Kieran Williams' frustration there. He knows if he'd got a little bit of something on that, could have been really in for a good chance. And I think for how good Durham have been, if MMU can get a 4th goal here and put themselves up to 9-5, they'd be very confident in their ability to stay in this game and get through to that final.
Yeah, Durham have just called a time-out. I think the manager here for the team, he's definitely getting a bit wary, a bit angry with the players, and you can see why. 3 goals behind after such a balanced game.
Yeah, I think what we've seen is just that MMU have just popped up with these few spectacular goals here that have got them ahead, because these two teams have been very equal. It's an unfair scoreline of Durham for how good they've actually been throughout this game. Yeah. They don't deserve to be 3 goals behind, but unfortunately that is football, that's futsal, that's how this goes. They're not out of the game yet. I wouldn't put it past them to get 3 goals, and definitely not. They have been a good team. but MMU now are definitely in the driving seat. And yeah, so the other semi-final was played later today. It's at 3:30. Kiel men's first team versus Sheffield Hallam 2s. It'll be really interesting. I'm sure they might be keeping an eye on this game, seeing who they'll be playing in the final. Maybe trying to pick up any tactics that they play if possible. I think that timeout is over now. Teams need to get back out.
Yeah, I do wonder if this timeout can maybe change the thoughts of the Durham players and maybe change the way that they're playing.
They've also got to make sure they don't risk too much defensively. You know, they are on 3 fouls in this half still.
Yeah.
They have done well. I think that was about 6 minutes in, they've given away 3 fouls. So in the last 4 or 5, they haven't actually given away any, but they don't want to risk giving away late ones, that's for sure. You know, another goal here for MMU would probably be the last nail in the coffin for Durham. You know, I don't want to count them out. They have been very good, and 8.5 minutes in fairness in futsal is a very long time, and a lot can happen in that time. He got Chingwei, though. Lovely little bit of skill.
Got past one. He's going to shoot.
Ooh, hits the post. Chingwei having a really good game today. He's really getting stuck in.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the absence of Jake Barnes, we did think at the beginning of the game it would be really important and could maybe be the deciding factor in this game, but...
You've seen Ollie Baker.
Arthur
Fua here. Is he going to find someone across? How's he not scored there? Thought he'd surely find Chingwei at the back post, but not quite. Been really well defended in all fairness.
Yeah.
Kieran Sear and Adarogba there doing really well at the back, and Saab Petka once again. I mean, that was really dangerous by MMU. I was really surprised they managed to get the ball across the line. Well defended though from Durham.
Yeah, I did really think that Marcos Afu would maybe pass the ball into the middle for Chingwei. He seemed to be open.
I think Kieran Sear just did really well to get in front of him. He did put that ball across. I think he just got to it first. Ooh, that is going to be a foul, I'm sure it is. That is the 4th of the half as well for Durham. I think it could be a penalty. So this, you know, if MMU score this and they're at risk of their next foul being a 10-metre penalty as well.
Yeah.
Durham need to calm down a little bit here, cool their heads, because they could be in trouble.
And we know what Ollie Baker's about when he takes these penalties.
Wouldn't put it past Saab Petka though to stop this, as he has been doing really well this game.
Yeah, as we expected, Ollie Baker to put it into the top of the net once again. I mean, you've got a feel for the Durham team right now. They must be
really well taken, just so much power. Saab Petka once again, brilliant game he's having, but those penalties, Ollie Baker, I mean, the fact he manages to get so much power on it at such a short distance for a small goal is incredible, and so difficult to save. I mean, he might have fractured his wrist, I think, if he'd actually tried to stop that one.
Yeah, so much precision in the shot.
Oh, Durham, really well played there. Adarogba puts a lovely ball across for Kareem Khalifa as well, and just unlucky didn't actually get a goal. I've got Mike Kay in the comments here just asking for a shout out to Bolton Futsal and Mick Parrish, UK futsal pioneer, massive influence to futsal in Northwest, along where Jake Ashton started his futsal journey. So a little shout out there. Thank you, Mike Kay, for the comment.
Marcos Afu, and I was actually taken to the bench. It's been so important for MMU, and I think resting him is the right decision. I think give him a few minutes to maybe rest and take his time.
Mick Kay, James Kay's dad, it makes sense. It all makes sense now. I mean, fair play, you're proud of your son. He's been really good for MMU so far for this cup competition. But yeah, we are seeing subs again from MMU here. I mean, Marcus is back up. Marcus 17 is back on. Sorry, it's the name I've said the least in this. I'm a little bit slow on it. And we've got, who came on at the back there, Benji, that you pointed out before as well.
I believe it's
Sam Edwards.
Sam Edwards.
Yeah, back on for MMU as well. And there's Max Owen as well on for Durham.
Here's MMU with possession.
Edwards to Froggatt and back to him. They find James Kay. Was a risky one. They have got away with though. Sam Edwards in a good position back there to help cover his keeper as he comes out. Yeah, I think it's a nice little roll over there from Max Owen, avoiding Scott Froggatt, but Marcus Evdokimov there doing well to get back in.
Yeah, MMU, the fly keeper rule that they managed to play, it's very important how they play it, because
I think there's been a foul there on James Kay in the net off the ball. I've got to say that Adi Anarugba there has had a good game. I think he's got himself a goal as well, but he's quite an aggressive player. Nothing wrong with that, but he has given away a few fouls here, and you know, he doesn't want to be the reason that the team go another goal behind by giving away, because the next foul will be a 10-metre penalty for MMU. So he needs to really watch himself here. He doesn't give away a silly one like that. Unnecessary, really. Trying to put that ball across for Anarugba as well, but Scott Froggatt not letting anything past him. Last 6 minutes and 40 seconds of this game, and I still don't want to count Durham out. They have been really good. Misplaced there though. Kieran Sear couldn't quite get it under control.
Yeah, I think MMU here
just be happy every time they get the ball, wouldn't they?
100%, especially when they're coming from corners like that, and to get possession just in a silly way like that, they must be happy with that.
Ollie Baker there trying to get down the line, couldn't quite keep it under control. Do well off these little kick-ins. It's not something we've actually seen a lot in the last few games, but I think this time, I remember the first game, in fact, the MMU coach was telling us that they were trying to work on corners and set pieces.
Yeah. And
I hadn't really considered the kick-in, but MMU have actually, this game, 4 or 5 times, they've tried to do little switch. I mean, they got that goal, didn't they? Ollie Baker pinged to the top corner, came from a little layoff from those kick-ins, and fair play to them. They're being really effective and actually dangerous from them. And, you know, I think it's another part of futsal is being able to defend and attack from every situation. And yeah, MMU at the moment are just proving that they can just attack from so many things and make things happen. A little bit too much with Durham so far. It's for the lead. Here comes Ollie Baker again. Here won his hat-trick. Just seen out really well. Max Owen there put his shoulder into him, done really well.
Ollie Baker wasn't happy with that, but referees
couldn't keep on him. Green.
He's got back. You see the passion. You see the passion and the absolute aggression from MMU there.
Kareem Khalifa though did actually put quite a nice ball in. Didn't quite find him though. Yeah, well blocked. There's the captain Elliot Brown there, number 6 of the Black Sox.
Oh, he's gone for
a nice shot from distance. Yeah, actually, James Kay not expecting that one.
Out of James Kay there.
He's normally so good at his with his hands as well that they're a little bit surprised there that he's not caught that one, if anything, but must have been curling a little bit unexpectedly. Just wanted to make sure it didn't go in. A little step over there is Elliot Brown again, the captain. Sam Petka.
Scott Froggatt there with the interception.
Tries to get it down for Anarugba there, but not quite. Scott Froggatt doing well again on the defence.
Taking a long shot once again.
Big header.
Yeah, just out of play is Kareem Khalifa with a kick in for Durham.
So I think that maybe Durham should take a little leaf out of MMU's book. They're just playing these little passes off from the kick in. Where MMU actually trying to play a little bit of a riskier ball, you know, trying to get it into dangerous areas.
Well, I mean, I guess it's something that MMU must have worked on.
Really nice play there. Kareem Khalifa with a lovely little flicked up pass, and Max Owen with a nice shot. And again, James Kay just showing what he's in net for. Gets that right foot down low and stops that shot. Look at that, 20 to 18 shots on target, just to show how tight this game has been. And it's literally just moments of pure magic and lovely shots that have separated these two teams so far.
Yeah, I think it's also been down to the goalkeepers. I mean, Sam Petka, don't get me wrong, he has had a really good game. But James Kay, I think, has just been very on his game, on his best game. I think this is the best performance we've probably seen from him.
It's definitely the most involved performance we've seen from him. I think this is 18 shots on target is more than I think we've ever seen MMU face. Yeah. And has he just given away a foul there? Again, Anarugba. I think he might have. I think the ref is calling for it there.
Yeah, he's not.
And I'm sure that was very confused of the game though. Is it not 5th of the? Oh, maybe he's calling it back for a kick in. In fact, maybe he's mistaken in the first place. So I was about to say that would be their 5th of this half. He's gone for a long ball upfield and that's been terrible. And he has given a foul there. Number 6, that's Luke Cullen there. A couple of goals to his name as well this game, but giving away the foul on Ollie Baker, and there now it is the 10-metre penalty. And I think Ollie Baker could get his hat-trick here, couldn't he? Hat-trick of penalties. No, he already has his hat-trick, in fact. He already has 2 penalties and that nice ping from the... Oh, no, he's just given a free kick instead. I'm sure that's been 5 fouls, though, which is normally a 10-metre penalty, but this is the only thing we have seen from refs in futsal is some refs play a slightly different way of managing the game than others have.
Well, I mean, if you see there on your screen...
Really, really unlucky there. Nice ball from Ollie Baker. Scott Froggatt there. Again, I don't know how he's not scored this game. He's normally so prolific in front of goal, and just been unlucky. His shot's just going a little bit wayward at times. I mean, obviously set Kieran Williams up with that really nice shot that dropped him in the post, but beyond that, he's been quite unfortunate in front of goal. They're just getting shielded by Froggatt.
Yeah, he went for a shot and just got absolutely shielded off.
Number 17 there, Marcus Evdokimov. Sorry, I don't know why I struggle with that name so much. It really tongue-ties me every time. Getting a bit unlucky. There was a nice shot, but well saved again from Sarpetka.
Yeah, Sarpetka, he's got a few good saves to his name this game. He's definitely put his prowess out there, but I think there has been a few times where he's been a bit sloppy in possession.
I would say though, in a goalkeeping sense, the 9 goals that have gone in, I don't think there's anything he can do about that. They've all been, perfect.
Goals,
yeah, either back post who's nowhere near, perfectly powerful into the corners and stuff, so difficult. But all the other saves they've made have been brilliant. So I'm sure it's hard to say that a goalkeeper's had a good game when he's conceded 9, but he actually has had a really good game, and it's just that the quality of the shots that have gone in have been so much. And I think if there's another keeper on another day, it could have been a lot worse actually for Durham, because he has made some brilliant saves.
I think James Kay, though, he is feeling a bit...
Something in his shoulder maybe, or his chest.
He's feeling the aggression from these Durham players. I mean, they're 9-5 down with about 5.
Chingwei there, nice composure, finds Baker. Well seen out though by, who is that? Ollie Wilkes there, well seen out. And again, we're just seeing Ollie Baker, just such a constant threat for MMU. So dangerous in the ball, and I think the Durham players have worked that out now as well. They're not committing to coming into him too much, because they know that he can just roll the ball around you like no one's business. We've got Jamie Villarreal back on now as well, and Sam Cook.
Yeah, I think Mark Ossoafua is actually taken to the bench. Ollie Baker, Chingwei, Jamie Villarreal in the
Scott
attack.
Froggatt's come off as well. Good. Yeah, Chingwei, Villarreal, Baker, and I've already forgotten who the other lad out the back is.
Chingwei with a long shot, just went a bit wayward there.
Well, Sam Cook, that's who else is on, of course. Too high there. Goes the MMU way. So we just have to check the clocks, make sure they're right for you guys as much as possible. It does can be hard to keep up with. Again, kind of depends when they stop and start the clock down there.
Here's Durham on the attack,
trying to
on
put
the
pressure on
restart.
Chingwei.
Yeah,
And he's done
Chingwei's
well.
done it.
Villarreal's picked it up, he finds Chingwei. Nice few touches. Couldn't get his shot off.
He was kind of in between 3 players there, really, and
Luke Cullen did well, to be fair, in defence. I mean, we've seen him get some goals, but he did do very well there in defence. Luke Cullen, Elliot Brown there, both at the back, both number 6s. White socks and black socks, the only separation. I think that was Wilkes trying to pick it up there, another White Sox man who's just not been able to get it under control.
Mark Ossoafua has actually come back on now for Ollie Baker. I think maybe they're just trying to put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, and I think Ollie Baker has played a lot of this game, so it wouldn't surprise me if you don't see him now.
Yeah, you can
for
see
the
in
rest
his
of
face.
this. He's played a lot of it, and he's done really well. And I think the MMU coach probably think he deserves a rest. Here comes Durham though, really dangerous. What a save though again. James Kay, another brilliant stop with his feet. Very De Gea-esque, in fact. Loves a save with his feet, mate. It's not often. I mean, I think in futsal it's probably a bit more common than it is in full-size football, just naturally because a low shot is more common as well. But yeah, really good at his feet. Marcos Rafura can make another impact. Yeah, nicely controlled.
Jamie Villarreal tried to get it, he just dribbles it out.
The name like Villarreal, football heritage, it's got to be pretty good.
Just side
that was an absolute rocket there, but yeah, not quite on target.
We've seen that a few times this game from Durham, where they've managed to take it down the wing, get into a good position, but the angle's just not right, and managed to hit the side net in the post, the crossbar. Keeper just saves it easily because.
This is what we talked about though, about those. MMU have tried it as well, but MMU have got away with a few of them, and it's just one of those luck of the day things. You know, Durham had so many good shots from distance, haven't quite gone in, and MMU have got away with a couple, and that's basically what split the team. You know, because beyond that, they are the most equally matched pair of futsal teams I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think MMU they're still applying pressure on the final third. they're still applying pressure. They're trying to get goals, trying to really put this to bed. I mean, we're about 10 goals. It wouldn't be unheard of in a futsal game if we get 10 goals here, but
No, in fact, it would be exactly what we expect from MMU. They have won all their first game was 12-5 against United 2, 11-2 against Sheffield, and 12-7 beat Leeds Beckett. I mean, Durham in the cup doing really well, but they've been scoring less. They had a 6-1 win the first game, 9-1 against Leeds the second game, and 8-5 against Liverpool John Moores 2s in the last round. So that one actually was quite tight. But unfortunately today they've not been able to get the goals that they've needed to keep up with MMU, and it's going to be really difficult for them now to get back into this game and get to that final. They've put themselves in a tough position with just 2.5 minutes left. James Kay there, I mean, I don't even know how he's just stopped the ball dead there. Yeah, between his knees a little bit. I mean, what a stop.
well, if you actually see on your screen now,
Durham more shots on target.
yeah, despite the scoreline, Durham actually have more shots on target, 21-20 rather than the scoreline, reflecting that at 9-5 to MMU.
So Saar Petka's on 11 saves and James Kay's on 16 saves. That is a serious performance. That is definitely the most. I don't think, to be honest, I don't think we've seen another team have 16 shots on target in the first place. No, not even, never mind 21 shots on target. I don't think we've seen a team come here and have 16 shots on target at all. So, you know, he's been bought into this game more than any others, James Kay, and he's done very well.
Yeah, I think this is the first time James Kay's been troubled like this.
It's probably the first time he's been one of the key players, not for any fault of his own, but just because he's actually had so much more going on at his end.
Great save.
Oh, well, that was unlucky. Chingwei tries to find Jamie Villarreal for a counter-attack, trying to get their 10th, but just didn't get a touch in it, unfortunately. Lad there. Durham tried that long ball up, but just over. See them, you know, quite relaxed. You know they're in a good position here. Villarreal just trying to play around the back a little bit. Ooh, I thought that was going to stay in there. Sam Cook like he was going to get onto it, but
just rolled
not
along
quite,
the byline.
I mean, if he got onto that, it would have been incredible. Villarreal picks it up, tries to get it to Chingwei.
Here is Villarreal. Can he bury it? Oh, he's hit the post.
Saar Petka, another brilliant save. Doing so well in these one-on-one situations as well. You know, so tough. And made himself big there, stopped that goal. Jamie Villarreal, I'm sure, will be annoyed with himself, to be honest. Oh, and it's dropped down. I think that's Forster back there. And he's just, James Kay has come flying out the goal with that tackle. Well, the ref, I'm not sure if he's calling a foul on James Kay or if it was actually on, what's it? And he's given the yellows.
Forster.
I think it was Forster. Yeah, he was chopping a little bit because he messed up the shot, and I think he was just trying to make up for that mistake. Durham number 5 there, Ollie Wilkes just having a word with the ref as well. And this is Ben Crew on this free kick. Saar Petka right there on the right. Looks like, and he's actually quite.
James Kay's received a yellow there for a little push onto the Manu Beredi.
Funny now, again, it's another game where all of a sudden we've seen a few yellows popping up.
Yeah.
Kay, Forster, the Durham coach as well. So there's another 3 yellow cards in this game. Very interesting. We didn't see any, did we, at first? And
no, yeah. I think tensions are running a bit high now. We get into the end of a semi-final cup game. Can't blame him for getting a bit rowdy and a bit angry. But I think James Kay's really upset with Manu Beredi of Durham. He was getting a bit too personal with him and getting a bit too close.
I mean, James Kay doesn't need to do anything silly. There's no point. Definitely do not risk getting a red off such a good performance. You know, they want him in the final for sure. It looks like MMU have got the free kick there and actually fired it straight up. I think Chingwei was trying to get on the end of it. A little bit unlucky not to. Well, in fact, Forster was. Just being thrown out there. And a long shot taken on. But not quite what it needed. Another brilliant save. James Kay. Another 2 in a row. Look at that. He puts his arms out. Really happy with that. Yeah, I mean, fair play to him. Who wouldn't be after such a good double save? 2 good shots. Well, good from a good area with a lot of power behind it. Durham do have a corner here. Still a minute 48 on the clock. They do need to get 4 goals, though. It's going to be a big ask.
Yeah.
Don't like to count a team out, but I mean, just simply with how balanced they've been, it's going to be so difficult for them to get 4 goals off this MMU team in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, I think so. I think now the clock's run down quite a lot. I really doubt that Durham can get back into this game and maybe take it to penalties.
Yeah, I mean, at one point, after the first half, it looked almost guaranteed it would, but
yeah,
I think we've seen MMU grow into the game a little bit. Durham, I don't think they've fallen off. I think they're still playing well, but they've been a little bit more agitated this half. They've had a few more misplaced challenges, and James Kay in net for MMU with another save has just been unbelievable. I mean, it's funny to think that Durham actually scored the first goal of this half,
yeah.
and since then MMU have just kind of taken the lead and just stayed in control. First
half ended 5-4 between these teams, really equal, really balanced. Now the second half is 4-1.
Yeah, that's an unbelievable difference.
That's another great save.
Yeah, that was flying in the top corner as well. James Kay once again. I think that puts him up to about 21 saves now.
21 saves this
Unbelievable.
game.
Unbelievable for going from the lad. I mean, Durham have had a lot of long shots, but you still can't take them away. They've been very powerful. They've been well placed, a lot of them. So he still had a very hard job in net, and he's taken it and done very well. You've got to say, yeah, both keepers today deserve a big shout out. Sarpetka for Durham and James Kay for MMU.
Yeah, I mean, MMU today, they're really showing how impressive they've been.
Kieran Williams there, he wanted to get himself another goal after that little one at the front post, but to be honest, I think he should be quite happy with just that one because it really set MMU off. That was the difference that put them 6-5 up, and since then, Baker, Chingwei and Baker again have just got MMU into the position they're in, looking like they're going to that final.
Yeah, honestly, both teams really deserve a final.
Here we go. Kieran Williams going to get another one. Oh, he's gone for the team play.
Oh, he's gone for the back.
And Jamie Villarreal, yeah, round the keeper, goes for a little back heel roll in, and not quite enough power. Well cleared off the line by the Durham defender there. Yeah, Kieran Williams though, I mean, that just shows the kind of player, the kind of lad he is. Yeah. You know, he could have easily just taken that on himself, but he'd rather pass it to his teammate and try and get that more definite goal. He has had one.
Yeah.
What a save, Sarpetka there.
Great save.
How that's not been ended up in the back of the net, I have no idea. Physics has broken for a moment there because where Villarreal took that shot, where the ball ended up after the save is just unbelievable. Ball just out here. Durham ball, looks like Max Owen might be taking this one. Oh no, in fact it's all the other side.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Sarpetka's actually gone up the field now, up the court. Because, I mean, I guess you need as much firepower as you can get.
Yeah, very true, but equally as... yes, I'll say that they're in a lose position. There is nothing to lose now, is there? Yeah. They can't be in a worse position in this game. Goal difference doesn't really make any difference in a cup.
Trying to keep hold of the ball.
Doing really well. See, Kieran Williams hasn't been used as much this game as well as we've seen in other games, and maybe that's why. Maybe they're just trying to use him at full energy as much as possible and just do little things like that, you know, slow it down, hold that ball, make it difficult for the other team to do anything.
Just keep hold of the ball.
Back pass, wasn't it? I think. A little bit of mistake. That's probably the first mistake from James Kay we've seen, actually, picking that up there. Should he just put his foot through it?
I mean, there's only 4 seconds left now in this game.
4.7 to be precise. Can just about see the timer up there. Can Durham get themselves a little one late on just to put a smile on their face as they unfortunately go out of the cup?
I mean, number 6 there, Luke Cullen is going to take this, and he was having a little bit of a conversation there with Ben Crew. I'm not sure if he was deciding to take the shot or if they're going to play something off. He's going to roll it off to him.
I think it needs to be an indirect, doesn't it? I think that's why. Yeah, back pass is an indirect free kick, isn't it?
Just off target there.
Too much power, too much lift on that. And I think as soon as he takes his kick now, James Kay, that will probably be it. Throw, in fact.
That's the end of the game.
The game ends MMU 9, Durham 5, and MMU will progress to the final of the Men's Northern Conference Cup. Benji, first thing, what pod man of the match, who are you giving it to?
I have to give it to Marcos Rafua for this game.
I have to disagree.
personally, really, who are you going to give it to?
I would say Ollie Baker. Marcos Rafua did get a crucial hat-trick, but Baker also got himself a hat-trick, and I think that maybe play overall, Baker made a big difference with a few assists. But we'll give it to Oso Rafua. I'll let you have that one.
We'll give it to Oso Rafua for this game. What pod man of the match goes to him. Incredible performance when MMU needed him the most.
You see the stats in that second half there as well. 19 shots to 25. That was just in the second half. I think that's maybe 5 to 6 more than for both teams in the first half. So there you go. 44 shots in total for Durham, 41 from MMU. More on target for Durham as well. I think that's where those long shots have come into play.
James Kay really had to step up his game today, and he did. Yeah,
Sar Petka himself still made 14 saves, done really well. See the Durham corners and stuff as well. By those stats, you can see how Durham are actually really unlucky with the scoreline. MMU did have maybe some nicer shots, some nicer positions, but Durham are really in that game. And yeah, 9-5, I don't think fairly reflects. You see one of our producers, Vince, there down having a chat with the team, probably trying to drag someone up here for a post-match interview, I think, if we're running them. Trying to get the nod. Yes, we are. Hopefully we'll have some replays coming up for you in a minute as well, potentially.
Yeah, Mark Oso Rafua there, getting his picture taken for his man of the match performance.
Yeah, no surprise. He did have a really good game. I mean, in all fairness, James Kay could have had a man of the match, to be honest. Did so well. Chingwei easily could have had it as well. Had a really, really good game. But yeah, what a performance. I mean, just what a game overall. For everyone watching at home, I hope you've enjoyed that, because we definitely have. There's been some incredible moments in that. Two really equally matched teams. MMU onto the final, really well deserved. Durham played a brilliant game, just unfortunately couldn't find those goals today. And,
yeah, the MMU lads, you can see them.
Yeah, Kieran Williams, big smile on his face. He'll definitely come up here in a minute, buzzing. He always does after their games. He's always very happy. Vince getting a little picture of him there. Should we just run through some of the goal scorers again? So we had Oso Rafua made it 1-0. Wilkes made it 1-1. Then Baker had a penalty to be put away for 2-1. Ben Crew made it 2-2. It was a constant back and forward in that first half. Anna Rugba put Durham up for the first time in the game, and he put them 3-2 ahead, but Sam Cook responded almost instantly to make it 3-3. Then Elliot Brown, the captain, made it 4-3. And Oso Rafua, with about a minute and a half left of that first half, got it 4-4, and then got his hat-trick to make it 5-4. Came out to the second half, and Cullen made it, as we were corrected from Wilkes, Cullen made it 5-5 for Durham. And then that little goal from Williams make it 6-5, Baker 7-5, Chingwei 8-5, and then Baker again to make it 9-5, rounded it out. And now we've got some replays for you, so here we go. Sorry, these are a little bit of a technical issue. I don't know why these replays for you are going to be slow. This is actually from the first half as well, so that's the first goal of the game. That's Oso Rafua's there. Here we go. Now we got back up to pace. Save there from Sar Petka, and you see this return now where Wilkes fires it home. Yeah, makes it 1-1.
I think this is where both teams were really
just going at each other. Yeah, couldn't stop, couldn't get away from each other. You know, Baker puts that pen away, then Chingwei here, probably his only mistake of the game as well, but really, really well closed down by Ben Crew. Slots that one home. I know his parents have been watching and they're very proud of him. And this is Anna Rugba, I think, after that shot from Petka, and he just clears up.
Yeah, he's poaching, ready for the goal, and he did get his goal.
Put Durham in the lead for the first time in the game. Then a bit of high pressure. You see Kieran Williams getting stuck in there, and Sam Cook
was able to just
fires that
hit it
one
on
home.
the volley in.
Now we've got the captain, Elliot Brown of Durham, who goes back up the other end.
Incredible long shot here, right into the bottom right of the net.
Absolute beauty. Nothing that James Kay could do about that after a good game.
Yeah, so it's just a bit more slow-mo, but I believe this is still the first half, where it's actually 4-3 to Durham at this point in the game.
Yeah, so we're about to see Marcos Rafua here getting his second goal of the game. This lovely little ball through from Sam Cook, and he drops to him. He takes two really good touches. Yeah, sorry about the slowness of this. The 4K camera on the replay sometimes isn't quite as quick as we'd like it to be, but here you go. Speeds up at the right time. Two brilliant touches. Fires the bottom corner.
Picks his time to shoot and then finds the perfect area, the net to hit it in.
And here we go. Another high pressure. Basically, little bit of a poor pass from the goalkeeper there, Petka, and Marcos Afua gets his hat-trick. Very happy with that one, put MMU in the lead just before half-time. And so here we go. So this is into the second half now, and we'll see Cullen that makes it 5-5 with this lovely little touch around Sam Cook there. Actually, Sam Cook does give him a little tap, try and make sure he doesn't get past, but he stays up on his feet. And there he goes and smashes that one.
Yeah, just slots it right into the
James
right.
Kay just couldn't get. Well, he couldn't get that left hand quick enough. It comes off of the post.
Yeah,
just drops back to him. Osafuru and Kay, they're both trying to go for it, but just couldn't quite catch up with it.
Yeah, I think he got a bit of luck there, but luck was on his side.
So
But that actually was the last goal for Durham of the entire game.
That was what made it 5-5. And so here we go. A little pass in there. Scott Froggatt, and it just drops down to Kieran Williams, who's always happy with himself when he gets a goal at that post. Froggatt done really well. And now I think this is Baker's goal that comes from this quick kick in. He just rolls it to him and smashes it home.
Yeah, we do apologise about the slow motion on these replays, but Ollie Baker there with an absolutely incredible shot from the right-hand side of the court, just right into the top corner of the net, right into the top right, just top bins really there. And then the next goal actually does come from Ching Wei. This goal made it 7-5 into the game, where we thought this is the first time there's been a 2-goal advantage for either team. And then this goal here just hits the bar actually. Ching Wei from all the way in his half, all the way up to Harvey Forster, goes for a header and it just hits the bar. Really unfortunate to not get a goal there to make it 3 goals ahead. But here's Ching Wei on the right-hand side of the court. He takes a long shot and it actually goes all the way through into the bottom left of the net. This goal actually made it to 8-5 in the game, and this is where us at the commentary box, we did think it was the end of the game. I mean, 3 goals ahead, 8-5 in futsal. It's really important to get goals ahead, and that's what we managed to get this game. And then here's the last goal of the game. Ollie Baker, you can always rely on him to take a penalty, and he managed to smash it past Saar Petko, who actually had a really good game, but it just unfortunately didn't work out. And now we're done with the replays. That's it for me at the commentary box. I'm going to pass you over to some post-match interviews with Ed Tucker.
Hi, joined after the game, Captain Scott Froggatt, goalkeeper James Kay, Marcos Afua. Scott, normally we've seen you getting goals every game. A little bit unfortunate not to score today. You obviously got that crucial assist for Kieran Williams. How do you think you and the whole team did today to get into that final?
On a whole, for me personally, I think I tried to focus more defensively. Same for the whole team. We said before the game, it's going to be a defensive performance. We know we can score goals, as everyone's seen in previous weeks. Speaking to each other, moving, stuff like that. And then for me as well, just tried to get in those positions. Obviously, it didn't come off this week, but whatever I can do for the team, defending, assisting, every little helps, as I say.
Of course. James, I mean, this is the most we've seen you involved through any of these cup games so far. I think our final tally was 21 saves you made in that game. So how are you feeling after that? I seen your dad was very proud of you in the comments.
Yeah, it was a good game, to be honest. I mean, it was definitely the most attacking threat we've had, because they play with that pivot right at the top, looking to lay off the 2 side guys. But yeah, it was, I thought, the first game, I was a bit unhappy with myself after that, but yeah, I think I'm coming into it more now, and hopefully we can push on and win the final.
And Mark,
well, it's been a while. I've not been scoring for a while, so I've not been playing many friendlies as well. I've been so left down, and I couldn't let down the game tonight, actually this morning. So yeah, I feel very well. So glad I could actually play the game.
finally for you, Scott, how are you feeling for that final? Do you think you're going to try and change anything up? I'm sure you'll be the result later of the game between Keir and Hallam.
Yeah, no, I think we'll be just looking to tweak minor things. If we step up to our game, like today, for example, and so going forward, we'll just see who it is, and then we'll go from there, prepare from there.
Yeah, we'll be really looking forward to that final. We're going to see if we can get a little away day coverage. Make sure to join us on Wednesday for Rugby Union on Matchday Live. Follow MMU Sport on YouTube. And thank you very much, lads. Cheers.
Thank you.